What I'm about to tell you, I'm even still kind of, when I was like, not red flags, good flags. And hold on, I need to sneeze. I think this whole year, actually, this whole year has just been crazy. Okay. Hallo Leute, was geht? Leute, wo fange ich überhaupt an? Where do I even start? First and foremost, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lina.Vasquez, as you would know, as you are here. And I'm so excited to be talking to you guys today. Yeah, I don't even, I've thought about how I'm going to word this whole video over and over again. And you know what? I think we're just gonna dive straight into it. So, the last month has been one of the most life-changing, chaotic and lernreichen Monate ever. I'm going to be mixing, I think, a lot of German and English just because every day I constantly switch between the two, and I've noticed that both languages are just kind of this whole mish-mush of stuff. Anyway, the polyglot brain life. But anyway, guys, this is going to be the last time that you are going to be seeing this background, that I'm going to be in this room. And I have two Storytime videos that I really want to, and I have two Storytime videos that I'm going to put out, that are going to be coming out soon. And this is probably going to be the first one that you watch. And the other one is, well, not slightly, but a lot more personal, and I'm not 100% sure yet actually if I will release it, if I will film it. It's quite a sensitive topic, but I really think that it's something that needs to be shared, and yeah, we'll take a look at that. But anyway, first things first, your girl here, as you probably read by the title, is moving. I am moving away from Germany, and it's just crazy that this time has finally come. And the next chapter of my life is starting, and it's just, had you asked me a month ago, hold on, what date is it? 14th of September. Yeah, no, exactly a month ago. Had you asked me on the 14th of August, Lina, what are your plans for the rest of the year? My life plans my life plans looked very, very different. And it was precisely on that day that I found out my now ex, was betraying me, had deceived me, had lied to me about a lot of things, and it completely took me by surprise, and it completely it released a really positive chain of events, actually. And I know that might sound surprising to some of you, but looking back at this last month, what I'm about to tell you, I'm even still kind of surprised about. I can't even fathom the amount that has happened. Anyway, I could just go on and on and on, but let's get to the point. So, yes, a month ago, I was a bit of an emotional mess for a few days, and I had a flight that week to go to England. As you guys know, he was living in England and I was here in Berlin, and I had also cancelled my contract for my apartment here because I wanted to move at the end of September. Anyway, I just wanted to move out anyway, and the plan was to go to London and start a new chapter of my life in a new country, in a new city. And yeah, that was the plan. And then at this time I was in Amsterdam as well, so just before I went to London, I think it was, 6 days before that, I had just come back from Amsterdam, and let's let the ambulances pass. I am not gonna miss those sounds. But yeah, I was in Amsterdam doing some work, and I got back, all this stuff happened, and I felt a bit lost, and I told myself, okay, I'm gonna give myself 3 days and decide on the Wednesday if I still want to go to the UK for this trip that I had already booked, or if I'm gonna cancel my flights. So Wednesday came around, and I decided, you know what, actually I really need to just step away from my life here, have some time to breathe, some time to process. And I was very, very lucky that I had two people who are very close to me just say, Lina, come over, don't worry about anything, stay with us. And it was such a refreshing experience for my soul to just be away from Berlin, away from the chaos, take a step back from my life and really take the time to analyze. And it's just been, in all honesty, I think this whole year, actually, this whole year has just been crazy. Yeah, but especially the last 3 months have been very challenging. I always appreciate challenge and I always appreciate growth. And if you guys watched my video about a bit of real talk, yeah, that was also not a very easy time. But I think looking back at the last, I guess I'm gonna say the last period between March and now, I understand now why everything happened the way that it happened, and I'm very, very grateful for it. And there have just been so many blessings that have come into my life since you know, all that shit happened. And I'm a really big believer. Happened? I can't even speak English anymore. This is great. This is great. But I'm a very, very big believer in the fact that we need to go through obstacles, and that the difficulties that come into our lives are almost like a mirror that show us what we still need to learn, what we need to heal from, what we need to experience in order to become the next version of ourselves. And anyway, so I took this time, I went to England, and I was there for, I think, 4 days. Yeah, 4 days. And before I had met my ex, I really wanted to actually go back and study. And I'm loving the work that I do with languages and my coaching and everything in that area, but some part of me was like, I miss that academic kind of, you know, that academic side, and it wasn't being nurtured. And I just, looking back at this year as well, there have been so many things that were almost like flags, not red flags, good flags. That were like, Lina, you need to go and do this. Lina, this is your purpose. Lina, this is your passion. And it's to do with psychology and coaching and psychotherapy. And I started thinking about it, and even when I was in Amsterdam, I looked up courses, and I was like, okay, this is something I really, really want to do. And I'm still young. Like, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you really want to do something, then fulfill that need, fulfill that desire, because oftentimes you don't realize how much that's actually going to change your life, and how necessary it is for your soul to thrive, for you to thrive in your life. And I guess, to put it simply, if you're doing something that you're not enjoying, why are you waiting to change it? What are you waiting for? And so, to put it in a nutshell, when I was in London, I did a lot of, I guess, soul searching, a lot of writing, a lot of journaling. I've been also doing this 21 day meditation, which has been amazing. And yeah, on the final day that I was there, I had this whole Excel spreadsheet done, a whole list of things, and I came to the conclusion of what I wanted to study and the 2 institutions that I wanted to study at. So one was in Australia and one was in the UK. And to be very honest, and I was very honest with myself, the one that stood out to me the most, with the best program, with exactly the stuff that I wanted to study, and that was in the UK. And as you guys probably know, and for those of you who don't know, me applying to a university in the UK, it was kind of I called them up because I wasn't sure, I guess, who I was going to apply as. And what I mean by that is because I have 2 passports, so I'm an EU citizen and I'm also an Australian citizen. But of course we also have Brexit happening on the side. Let's not even start with that whole can of worms. And then I have my other university kind of transcripts and high school qualifications from Australia. So I wasn't sure, am I going to be applying as like a full-on international student? Am I going to be applying as an EU student? What's happening? Anyway, so I called up, and let me just tell you, like, I just called up to inquire, because I was like, I'm not going to make any, you know, definitive decisions until I've explored kind of all my options. Anyway, so I called them up and I gave them my details and explained the situation. And hold on, I need to sneeze. Do I? No? Okay, it's gone. Anyway, I explained the situation. Wait. So I explained the situation, and at the same time, like after the call, I went and explored the Australian institution. But a part of me was like, I'm not ready to leave Europe yet. Like, I don't want to leave Europe. I don't want to move back to Australia yet. Maybe at some point in my life I will, because Australia is always going to be my home, but I'm just not just not ready for it, and I have too much going on here in Europe as well with my business and just other opportunities that I still want to pursue, that it's just not the right time to move back yet. So a part of me was kind of hoping, okay, that everything like works out with the institution in the UK, and even if it wasn't going to, I was going to find a way for it to work out. And then they called me back, and like I have not been this excited in my life in such a long time. They called me back, they were like, Lina, we've got some news. We'd like to offer you a place in this program. And I was like, oh my god, are you serious? I was ecstatic. But the thing is, get this guys, so this was about 2.5 weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago now, I don't know time, but yeah, so within the span of from I think the 14th of August until like the 24th of August, 27th of August, something like this, I had done all this research, applied via the phone, and I'm jumping between things, I know guys, sorry, but this is how my brain works. Whew. They were like, we want to offer you a place in our counseling and psychotherapy program. I was like, oh my god, I screamed, I was ecstatic. I called my mum, and she had no idea, like she was just like, what the, like a few days before that she was prepared for me to move to London and you know, continue my kind of language stuff and I don't know, do whatever it is that I was gonna do in London. And then she was like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah mum, I'm gonna go back and study. And it was like, oh, I'm so excited, because when I compare my decision-making process for university when I was like 16, 17, and this decision-making process, oh my god, just completely different. And actually I think this is a really good video idea. Let me know guys in the comments below if you want me to do a comparison of like my advice, I guess, to first-time uni goers. I feel like I'm a mature age student now, even though I'm not that old. Anyway, it's all good. It's all about the learning. So the last 2 weeks have been just, I don't even know, that they haven't been stressful. It's just been busy. Like maybe the fact that I've moved countries, or I moved from Australia to Germany under a lot more hectic circumstances, we'll put it this way. Also, I feel like I need to sneeze the whole time. But yeah, I think it's the fact that I've done, I think in the last 3 years, I've moved, no joke, 11 times. So for me to move now in 2 days, it's like, oh, okay, just pack your stuff. I mean, I'm gonna come back to Berlin anyway, because I've got friends here, I've got work here, and I've got some events coming up, so I'll be back. But it's just, yeah, it's crazy. So yeah guys, anyway, I'm moving to Preston, which is near Manchester, and I've never been there, but you know, hey, I'd never been to Mannheim before I moved there, so I am guys, your girl is going to Preston, aka near Manchester. Yeah, I can't believe it. I think it just hasn't hit me yet, and all the traveling that I've been doing this year, it kind of just makes it feel like, oh, I'm just going away again and I'll be back in this room and everything's gonna be, you know, as usual. But wow, yeah, so your girl's gonna be balancing a lot of things, and I can't wait to show you guys around. I can't wait to take you on this journey with me, and that's kind of the whole story time for now, and I will see you guys soon. Hi guys, so it has been about 2 weeks since I recorded that video, and I'm now here in England. So obviously, as you can tell, my mood and just, I guess, viewpoint and everything is so different now compared to, you know, the 2 days before I was leaving. And I literally, like, still, I haven't quite grasped the fact that I'm living in a new country. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see my insights on everything, the whole journey here, because there is definitely a bit of a stressful story behind all of that, then make sure to check out my next video. And other than that guys, wir sehen uns bald. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.